Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I went to Makiaj Beauty to get my hair and makeup trial done for my wedding, and it was such an amazing experience. I'm excited to share my journey. I also had you guys send in questions on Instagram, so if you're not following me there, definitely do. And they did a wonderful job of answering all of your wedding day makeup questions and hair questions, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. How do you make wedding makeup last without it sweating off?
Okay, well, you don't sweat. No, it's honestly the products. The products that we use are for longevity purposes. You know, cater to that, because if you're using a product that's not gonna like dry down on the skin, it won't stick. So a lot of just products that last long, dry down to the skin, also setting the makeup.
What do you mean by dry down to the skin? Just like a dryer, more drying?
No, not drying, but you know, like when you put like something on your hand, like how Anissa's doing here. If we were to let it sit on her hand, it'll remain on her hand, and then if you like do this, then it won't move. So that that dries down. That's Tarte Shape Tape that you're using. Estee Lauder. I know we use a lot of like Estee Lauder, and we use a lot of Tarte Shape Tape. The NARS one is nice, but it does move if you don't set it. So that's another trick you'll want to.
Oh, that's cool. So you can like test them on your hands.
Yep. That's what I do when I'm at the stores. Like if I'm at Ulta or Sephora, I'll like try a foundation, and then I'll walk around with it on my hand, and then when I'm done kind of shopping around, I'll like swipe it and see if it moves. And if it moves, then I don't want it, because it's not going to stick later on.
Next question.
All right.
Best way to cover a breakout that pops up the morning of?
Pop it.
Pop it, okay.
I always ask my brides to pop it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Just because if it's a whitehead.
Okay.
That just kind of helps reduce, like if she happens to like do this, and then there's blood later on. So I normally just, you'll want to put like a warm, hot towel on it before popping it. That way you just like do a little pressure on the breakout, and then it'll just slide right out.
Okay. And then you just cover it with like a concealer?
And then we cover, yep, and then we cover it. Once it like dries, that's the first thing I'll probably have them do, is I'll have them, you know, pop their pimple.
Get rid of the pus.
And you'll want to color correct it if it's red. You want to go straight in there with your concealer.
Okay. And you use green on red, right?
So you can use like Tarte Shape Tape. We'll probably use like, if it's red, we'll probably use like tan sand or medium. Those have like yellow orange undertones, and that just cancels it right out. And then we'll go back in there. Once it dries down, we'll go back in there with like a brighter color.
My hair is long and heavy, so my curls always fall out. Any tips?
So she'll need waves in the hair versus actual curl.
Okay.
Usually when it's a wave in the hair, they're able to keep the wave because the hair is heavy, so it sits on the wave versus curls where they just fall. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What you can do is, do you have a curling iron, Ellen?
I have a wand.
Okay. Wands are nice, but I feel like those are good for like maybe these kind of curls because you're just wrapping it and then letting it go. With the curling iron, you have actual tension in the hair.
Yeah.
So you can choose that route, or you can use a flat iron.
Any prep you would recommend on face or hair before styling that the bride can do?
Yes.
Another person asked if they should have their hair freshly washed.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
So for the skin, always exfoliate before.
Okay.
Before, like a good, nice exfoliating. Like double cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize, and then you can put your prepping products such as like your primer, your mattifying stuff, anything that you would use, you know.
Okay.
So definitely yes to that, and definitely yes to clean hair.
Clean hair.
Disclaimer though, some people know their hair more than others.
Yeah.
So if they say like, oh, my hair works, it curls better like on second day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you like when they have it the natural texture, or you like I blew mine out?
Natural texture.
Okay. So
Because it helps us. One, for example, like if you came in here and you straightened your hair the night before, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I want these really like nice beachy waves. Well, what will happen is it'll stay, and then once you leave, because you straightened your hair, it's gonna fall.
Okay.
So it's always best to come in with like your own natural texture, so that way we kind of know what we need to do to get you to that desired look.
Okay. So next time I should come in air dried.
Yeah, just like air dry.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm blessed that my hair will still curl after I blow it out.
Yeah, and you have some dimension and texture in your hair because of like the coloring. That's also something brides can take into consideration. If they want some dimension in the hair, if their hair doesn't hold a curl, they'll want to maybe either look into extensions, or they can add some like balayage to their hair.
Okay. What foundation lasts all day for weddings?
Okay, depends on the skin type. I would say oily, some double wear Estee Lauder. For drier skin, you can always do like face, neck, and body. There's a Dior face and body.
Dior face and body. How do I make my foundation not look cakey?
You need to let the foundation dry down.
Dry down.
Do you notice how I keep saying dry down?
Yeah.
It's like so important.
So before you would put like anything else on, you let your foundation dry down.
So I always give this like analogy. When you start putting water in pancake mix, you know how it's like super thick, super like you gotta keep adding water?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
So if you add powder to your wet makeup, it's gonna get cakey.
Yeah. Don't want that, but we could add some chocolate chips.
Yes, we can.
How do you guys determine what style of hair and makeup will fit the bride, or do you usually let the bride, like pick?
We ask for like inspiration just because we want to see what attracts the bride. A lot of times we are just catering to like the eye shape, the face shape, the lips, the hair type.
Yeah.
Everything is taken into consideration.
We're
not just
the dress.
Yep, the dress, absolutely. So if you have like a higher neck, updos are always nice to kind of bring up like everything.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're having like a strapless dress, you can always choose to do like a downdo. You can always choose to do a lower like romantic side updo.
Do you think my hairstyle will look good with my dress?
I would definitely say so. It's more on the boho-ier side.
What products are good that stay if you're crying?
So the same. As long as you're setting your makeup and you want to dab and not swipe if you're gonna cry.
Dab and not swipe. What about mascara, or do your guys' eyelashes stay pretty well?
Yeah, so those stay really well. The mascara that you want to use is waterproof, of course. We like using the MAC one. We like using what's the one by Too Faced? Better than sex, right? That one's really good.
Does the type of lash glue you use matter?
Yes.
It does. It definitely does. We
A
use
white
Duo.
Duo.
Is
that
other
your
ones
guys'
come
brand?
No, not Duo. But they're the lashes they have.
Lashes
they do
are
individual.
ours.
Is it hard for people to learn how to use your lashes, the individual ones? Like, do you have tips for putting those on? Because I can definitely link those.
Yeah, so those are, you'll have to practice. Definitely practice.
Yeah.
Just because
once
it
you get the hang of it,
yeah.
it's like so easy.
Do you guys have any educational videos on lash application?
We do.
Oh, perfect.
We do.
Yeah.
And I know if you use those, Anissa uses a mirror to kind of help her put them on.
And then why do you recommend that your guys' lashes over other people's?
Yeah, so because we're so customized here,
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we do is catered to, like, again, to bring out your features. So individual lashes give us that ability to give you the customized eyelash versus if we just popped on like a strip lash, it won't give you the same effect. It'll just end up being like,
yeah, I feel like I've tried lashes and it makes my eyes look tired or droopy.
or like droops them down, right?
Yeah. Awesome. So we'll have their lashes linked in the description if anyone's interested. Any tips for making makeup look good in person and in photos? She feels like this is tough.
Blend, blend, blend.
Okay.
And that's it.
Do you think I know for like dancing, they say to like dress up your makeup more and make it more intense for, because like cameras and stuff will wash it out. Do you guys stick to that, or do you?
Yes and no. We take into consideration the photographer, videographer that you're using, because their style will also help translate. Like if you had someone who was more on the airier side, then we would have probably added a little more, just because they'll probably end up blow it out, you know?
Yeah.
But like because you're a videographer and photographer, she's more on the warmer, she's more true to color, then you're okay to stay within your...
What would you say sets the bridal look apart from a traditional glam or everyday makeup?
Good question. I'd like to say what sets apart bridal. I think every day you're not really focusing on like the thing that's going to bring out your features. You're kind of just like applying, right? Because you need to get through the day. So I think bridal makeup is apart from everyday makeup, because we're now taking that makeup and placing it in the right places and actually like with intention, you know?
Yeah, like intentionally bringing out their features and what would look good on them. So interesting. Just over time, do you get good at like looking at someone's face shape and eye shape and just knowing?
Yeah, I was just talking about this with one of my clients yesterday, how some artists just kind of only do like one look on that person and then move it on to the next person. Like everyone is different, so everyone like needs something different, right? And so I think we take that into consideration a lot. Like, not everyone deserves like the same look. Yeah,
needs to be customized.
Yeah.
What's one thing like you always customize to each person, like the eye look or the contour? Or...
Definitely everything.
Yeah.
We're pretty skin focused. We're eyelash focused. We're lip focused, and eyebrow focused.
Yeah.
I would say those are the things that we're really like passionate about when we're trying to bring out the best in someone.
Slight smile.
Okay, so you guys invented your own light for makeup. Why do you guys use it?
Okay, so one, because we are in different settings all the time. So we're in hotel rooms, we're in Airbnbs. We don't have access to, sometimes we don't have access to natural lighting.
Yeah.
And so with our light, you're able to get that either the golden hour look or just like daytime look at any time, right?
Yeah.
We also work pretty early in the morning sometimes. And so that just kind of helps us get the nice, perfect photo with the right light in any setting.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you can change the temperature on it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So it goes from cool tones to warm tones, and it can go really, really bright or really, really low.
Would you just recommend that for like having for photos, or is it helpful when people are getting ready?
It's both, yeah. It's like super versatile.
For putting in the veil, any tips to help it like stay in or placement of it?
Yep. So it just depends on your veil, right? So most times the veil is made for it to sit right at the round of the head.
Okay.
So that's why it sits normally like right in the middle, because that's where the head, you know, obviously rounds off.
I feel like most people think it goes lower, but it's
no.
it's higher. Okay.
Yeah, because if you did put it lower, right? For example, if you had a cathedral, which is nice and long, kind of like yours, right? It's kind of heavy at the end. So guess what? If you put it down here,
it falls.
You can't see it.
Okay.
So when you have it on the crown, it naturally opens up. And then now, exactly.
Yes, gotcha. Okay. And then do you guys use like bobby pins in it to help it? Or?
Not most times, because it has like a little comb. But if we see that it is gonna maybe fall out, then we normally put in some bobby pins.
I feel like every time I have tried on a veil, it doesn't feel like secure.
Really?
Maybe there's just a technique to put it in. I saw one lady like kind of made a little S motion as she put it in.
Yeah, you have to like wiggle it in the hair.
Okay.
And most times there's like back combing in the hair, which will help it'll help it, you know? Trials are for both, obviously, right? Gives you a chance to obviously meet your artists, get to vibe with them. It also helps us determine the best look for you, like as a bride, right?
Yeah.
Gives us a chance to get to know who you are and give you like that like look that you deserve.
Yeah.
That, and it just helps us with like knowing how how stuff is staying on your skin, how everything is kind of like working.
Yeah.
And that way we can give you recommendations if we have to.
Yeah. Do you ever like do a hairstyle and then they're like, oh wait, this wasn't what I thought it was gonna look like, and then you have to like redo a different
trials
idea?
We do multiple hairstyles.
Oh, okay.
Especially if they're a look that maybe they're wanting, but we feel it won't work because of like maybe they have like not a lot of hair, or they just you know, a lot of circumstances where we have to maybe
you like
go a different and we don't want to be like, yeah, let's do it, and then we can't.
Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of my wedding day makeup and hair look. I am so excited. The wedding is literally right around the corner. It is 11 days when I'm filming this clip right here. So make sure you are subscribed to mine and Kyle's couples channel. I'll have it linked in the description. That is where we will be live streaming the wedding ceremony live for you guys on October 4th. So be sure to join in. It'll be at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and all the details will be on that channel. If you haven't seen the video of us inviting you to our wedding, definitely watch that so you guys can understand the purpose of it and just more details on the exact timing. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.